At 300 pounds, David Goggins was told he'd never amount to anything, but what he did next broke every rule about human limits. This isn't just a story about fitness. It's about what happens when you refuse to stay broken. And by the end, you'll realize your greatest weakness might be your greatest strength. David's childhood was a war zone disguised as a home. His father didn't just abuse him, he tried to destroy his spirit. At school, the torture continued. Racism so brutal it made him invisible. Learning disabilities that made him feel stupid. Teachers who gave up on him before he even tried. But pain was teaching David something powerful. He could survive anything. The question was, would he use that lesson or let it destroy him? By 24, the answer seemed clear. Dead-end jobs spraying for cockroaches, living paycheck to paycheck, hating the man in the mirror. David Goggins had become everything his father said he would be. Nothing. But then, one moment changed everything. Late one night, exhausted from another meaningless day, David flipped on the television. What he saw shattered his world. Navy SEALs in training. Men pushing beyond what seemed humanly possible. Men who thrived where others collapsed. In that moment, David felt something he hadn't felt in years. If he didn't change now, he would die the same broken man he hated. But there was a catch. To even qualify for SEAL training, he needed to lose 106 pounds in just 4 months. Doctors said it was impossible. Trainers said it was dangerous. Everyone said he was crazy. What happened next wasn't a fitness journey. It was a war against his own mind. 4 a.m. every morning, David forced his 300-pound body to run. His legs felt like anchors. His lungs burned like fire. Every step was agony. He ate 1 meal a day. His body screamed for food. His mind begged him to quit. He did pull-ups until his hands tore open and bled. He ran until he collapsed. He starved himself until he hallucinated. Day after day, his mind screamed, "This is impossible." And every day, David answered with just 1 more mile, 1 more rep, 1 more day of refusing to quit. 4 months later, something incredible happened. But David's real test was just beginning, because losing the weight was nothing compared to what came next. David had lost 106 pounds. He qualified for SEAL training. But SEAL training breaks most men. David failed. Not once, but twice. He didn't see failure as the end, he saw it as information. Each time he failed, he started over. Each time he broke, he rebuilt himself stronger. Finally, on his 3rd attempt, David Goggins made it through. The 300-pound man who sprayed for cockroaches had become a United States Navy SEAL. But David's story didn't end with the uniform. He went on to run ultra-marathons, races over 100 miles. He broke the world record for pull-ups, 4,030 in 17 hours. He became a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to quit. And here's the truth that changes everything. David wasn't gifted, wasn't lucky or special. He simply refused to stay broken. David Goggins proved that your worst moment doesn't define you. How you respond to it does. Everyone has a 300-pound moment. What's yours? Because transformation doesn't begin when life gets lighter. It begins the moment you refuse to quit.